Hey guys, it's Hubs again, and this video is my last and final collar run, where I actually succeed. This is my third try. There's a link to my two previous tries, top left corner of the screen. Click it if you want to watch it. Yeah, so basically from the first two runs, I figured out that my first mistake was make sure Mina is actually my leader, so I don't get all those status ailments, the negative ones. And the second thing I learned was it's probably better to use my Thunder team, seeing as they are actually pretty much maxed out. I mean, I got a level 100 6-star Ez, which is Breaker. I got a Anima and Breaker Loch 5-star. The Breaker one is maxed, and the Anima one's like around like level 60 or something like that, 61. There you go. On top of that, just because of how my friends list is working out right now, the very bottom there's a Elimo with the evil shard, so I'm gonna use her in my main party. So I don't know why I just picked Sefia. This was all recorded beforehand, by the way. This is just extra commentary on top of it after I've run it. So I'm gonna go and pick that Elimo once I find it. And yeah, my main party is gonna have 3 Thunder units, Mina lead, and then 2 Elimos with evil shards. My own Elimo is an Anima. I think the other one is... it's not an Anima. It's also not an Oracle one, I believe. It's probably like Guardian or Lord or something like that. It doesn't really matter. It's good enough. Yeah, so this is pretty much the same thing as the last video. I've changed my items slightly. I removed my 10 cures, and I used 3 Ares Flute for this. Throughout this, I think I learned that was probably not the best idea. It would have been probably better for me to bring Fusion Potions, because they're basically a free Brave Burst or a free heal if I use them on one of my Elimos, which I definitely did need. And I mean, Elimo heal is basically like a better Divine Light, which is way better than the 10 cures in my opinion. What else could I have brought? I don't know, maybe... no, the attack and defense potions are pretty bad right now. If I were to bring anything else off the top of my head right now, based on the new patch, I'd probably have just brought like more of those mega Divine Lights, but I haven't even crafted any of them yet, so yeah, that was really an option. I would have, yeah, replaced the Ares Flute and the Thunder Ore with probably a Fusion Potion and some other heal. Maybe even bring a Revive. Like, Revive might have actually been able to be useful this run. Yeah. Or future runs, who knows. Like in Frontier Hunter, for example, I always took the item set that had 3 revives in it. It was like the Protector set. It had Demon Flutes, Cures. Did it have Cures? It had like, yeah, regular Cures, Pure Elixirs, which cure status ailments, and then it had 3 revives, which was really great because in Frontier Hunter, sometimes you got unlucky and you got some really bad spawns, and they would just like one-shot one member of your team. And the difference between having 6 members up in your party or 5 is huge. Like, once you lose one, you just start to lose all of them slowly. I mean, it becomes easier for the boss to focus down another one of your units, and then you just start to crumble. Like, your priority should always be trying to keep everyone alive. But anyways, this run is like the same story. You probably noticed that after 5 turns I didn't guard this time. Like, this is my 3rd try. Before I was guarding, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna save myself some HP or something, and then I realized his AoE really doesn't do that much damage, so I just tanked it, and I just kept whacking away at him. And it's really convenient to have 2 Elimos with evil shards, and especially when you have Mina as your lead, because then they don't get paralyzed, they don't get weakened, and the evil shards are basically, if you know what evil shard does, it at the end of every turn it increases your Brave Verse gauge, and it actually is quite a bit. It's something like, it looks like 10%, I could be wrong, I'm probably wrong, but it's really useful because in this boss fight, because I'm using Lochs and Ez instead of, I mean, when I normally run things, I run like 6 Kikuris, and when they all attack, they're all 10 hits each, so like the Brave Burst is just like a river flowing out of the boss, and my Brave Burst gauges charge so fast when I'm using 6 Kikuris. But in this one, I'm not using Kikuris. I'm using Loch, Mina, and Ez, and they have a much lower hit count, so I don't generate as much Brave Burst crystals. And even here, my Mina is actually using an Omni Gizmo, which increases the drop of Brave crystals and Heart crystals when she attacks, which still doesn't, it's not good enough for my Elimios to be, for them to constantly Brave Burst over and over again, which is why the Evil Shard just makes things so great for me. And even then, like, what I like to do is, like, every turn alternate between the Elimios, their heals, but even that's not always 100% possible, so when that doesn't work out, I usually have to use, like, a Cure or Divine Light, or have to guard with someone. Yeah, but he's already to second form now, so it was about the same speed as my Kikuri team, I think. But that's also because my Kikuri team had 5 attackers and only 1 healer. Yeah, it's really nice. Like, you can actually see my, because I'm using thunder units, they're taking a lot less damage. It's like half damage, right? So I actually don't even have to heal every turn. It can usually be like every other turn right now, and it depends, because like as you take Karl down, he switches like attack modes. So right now he's using like the same attacks as he was in his previous form when it's below 75% of HP, I think. And then once I get him below 75% of HP now, he starts to do like every turn he uses 2 AoE Brave Bursts, as well as like 2 to 3 other attacks, like normal attack, or he has like 2 other ones, like one's like some thunder one and another one's like vagrant something, and they do quite a bit of damage, and especially if they crit, they easily do over like 1,000 or 2,000 damage. Yeah, lightning axe and that other thing. That stuff pops up too fast, I can never read it. But yeah, right now it's basically just gonna be, you know, a slow grind. I think I used like a thunder or a thunder seal again, and I think I was scared when I started. I was like, oh, I'm not sure about his damage right now. Let's find out what it actually does. So I put on like a thunder seal just in case. I don't want to get one shot by anything. Because it's scary sometimes. Like, you get bosses where they hit like a certain percent HP, and they'll use like this extremely devastating attack on you, and if you don't guard for it, it'll just wipe you, and then it'll like never use the attack again. Or I think most of the bosses basically use like moves like that every 5 turns. For example, when you're running for Zebra, after 5 turns he uses like this really strong AoE dark attack, which takes off like 70% of every unit's HP when I use like a team of 6 Kikuris, which is huge. Like, it could actually wipe me if I'm not prepared for it, if I'm not healed up, or if I'm not guarding for it. Yeah, but I don't know, he does that. I'm pretty sure, like, there are a ton of guides out there already, so if your units aren't strong enough, you should probably look at those and actually find out, I mean, like, what Ataxia actually does, and how much HP you'll need. I mean, as you can see from this video, if he focuses one of your units, you need like, I would say like 4k HP to survive that, maybe 5k, if he focuses only one of your units. If not, like right now you can see like, okay, a turn just ended, my Elimo just lost like 2.5k HP, my other one just lost like 2 point something, not even 2 point, yeah, I can't do math. But for the most part, like 2 to 3k HP is about the damage he does, you know, to a unit per turn. Like, we'll say 2 to 4k. So if you have like, I would say 6k is a good number of HP to have. My Elimios obviously have less, but that's because I guard with them every turn too, right? So, I mean, because I guard every turn, you could say they have like double HP. Not really, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I think he's gonna change form soon. Probably a couple more rounds. But yeah, this is like super easy now compared to my previous run where I had 1 healer, Ilmina leader, and then I had 4 dark units attacking. But then even then, my last round was kind of bad because I just like wasn't paying attention or something, and then I lost like 4 units in 1 turn or something like that. Whereas here, I'm actually paying attention. Oh, you can see like I didn't have a Brave Burst up because I was unlucky with how the Brave Crystals were flowing into my units. So I had to use a Divine Light, and I think I used a Cure as well. Oh, apparently I've already used like 2 Ares Flutes as well. And I don't think Ares Flute was the best choice to bring here at all. I mean, a Fusion Potion would have been better. Then I would have just used it on one of my Limios, and I would have just like used my Brave Burst to heal, instead of having to use a Divine Light and a High Cure. Because, like I said before, Elimo's heals for way more than a Divine Light. On top of that, it gives you like the 3-turn defense boost. So, like, I would equate a Fusion Potion to be like a super ultra Divine Light, you know, that heals you and gives you defense buff. If that makes any sense at all. Yeah, at this point, oh yeah, so it's around 50% HP, and I wasn't really sure what would happen. I mean, I know I could have just read one of those guides, but I was on the bus and I was kind of lazy. So I turned on that Thunder Seal and I dropped him under 50, and I don't think he did anything different. I feel like his attacks, I was looking at it right now, and I'm pretty sure he's doing the same attacks since he was less than 75% HP. Unless that's different. I don't know. It seems the same. I mean, when I was running this, I think under 25% HP, it seemed a little bit different. Or maybe he, after 25%, he does like a combo or something. But I'm not sure. But yeah, like, you can see it's just like a matter of time until I win right now. Because just having the 2 Limios with their defense boost just makes my guys so tanky. I mean, I probably didn't even have to heal right there. I probably could have just... Oh wait, did I? Oh no, I did heal. I probably didn't even have to heal that round. I probably could have just guarded and then saved that. But then again, like, there would have been no point to save it as well, because my other Limio has it up already. And then... Oh yeah, so I saved that one. Because I think that's what I realized when I was like, oh, I could probably just save it, because my other Limio is still charging his Brave Burst as well. And then if I use it now, I would probably heal everybody, and then my other Limio would also have his Brave Burst up as well. So you gotta kind of stagger in a nice way, because if you don't stagger it like that, then you will have to use your Divine Lights and High Cures and other cures. That's also why Phoenix is a really good healer as well, because if you combo your Phoenix with another like healer like Elimo, Eltree, or Lancia, then what I usually do is after like the first round of hits, I'll use my Phoenix and turn on his heal. And because most of my units usually have really high HP, it'll take like 2 or 3 rounds of the boss to like bring them to the point where one heal from a Limio will bring everyone to full, and by then my Phoenix will have his Brave Burst up again. Yeah, and that makes it really nice because like you activate the Phoenix Brave Burst and you kind of like you get to wait like 2 or 3 turns, so he regains like most of his Brave Burst gauge up again, and then by then, you know, his heal will run out and he'll have just dropped enough HP for you to use your Limio to heal to full. Whereas like if you just use like 2 Limios, then it's kind of like you want to heal every turn but you're not sure, and it's like just in case. Like here for example, if you just had Phoenix, well if Karl wasn't a water unit and you just had Phoenix, then you could be like, oh, you know, you just let your Phoenix heal around and they won't be 100% HP, but they'll all be like around like 80% HP, and that's kind of like still safe zone for you. And then the next round, you could choose to use your Limio or not to heal. Oh yeah, I used my last Thunder Seal there because I think I was scared again. And because he's getting pretty close now. He's almost dead. And I'm still like, I'm doing like okay for items. I got a High Cure and a Divine Light left. Then I healed. And this might be weird. Yeah, just didn't have enough for my other Limio to have a heal for the next turn. And then I don't know what this was, but yeah, like, okay, so I must have dropped him under a certain HP threshold, because what happened was I healed with my bottom right Elimo, and then I attacked with everyone else, and he must have focused my bottom Elimo a little bit more, and he wasn't guarding, so he only had 5.2k HP. It was full though, so somewhere around that HP range, like, he pulls off some combo that does more than 5k damage to a single unit. So you need to watch out for that. If I had known that, I would have just used a high cure or a divine light, and I would have guarded with both my Elimios. I would have guarded with everyone, actually. That would have been the thing to do. And it looked like that was around 20% HP, but because of how things are, it's probably 25%. Yeah. And then, so that basically did not look good for my team at all. And then I ran out of pots, so then I couldn't heal my Elmina, which definitely needed it. And I didn't think guarding on her would save her the next round, so I just attacked with her as well. Oh, that was close. And then my second Elimo still has heals, so that's okay. Yeah, you can see my Ez has pretty shitty rec, so it only healed like 4k HP, which is fine, I guess. I mean, when I had two Elimios, that was never a problem, like, alternating between heals, and because Karl wasn't focusing my Ez, then I could just easily keep him full health. But now that like I said before, once you lose one unit, you just start to lose them all, because Karl will just start focusing them, you know, one time. When you have 6, the probability that he focuses one of them is a lot lower. But even then, that's not really true. Like, there's this weird thing in Brave Frontier where the bosses will just focus like the units it's strong against, or the ones that already have low HP, and I know it really pisses people off sometimes. Yeah, I lose my first team here. I mean, he's like one hit away from dying, which is kind of sad, because it's like I could have just beat the whole thing with one team, but I was unlucky. Like, I should have guarded that one turn, and everything would have been fine. But I mean, it doesn't matter anyways. You get 3 parties, so my dark team comes out and just gets like the last hit, and that's that. That's basically how I got Karl. Took me 3 runs. First run, I figured out you should make sure you have the right leads in your team, or you're just going to lose 50 energy for free. Second one, I learned that I should use a Thunder team. And the third time, I beat it. Awesome. You get 500k too, and a bonus gem, which is really great.